Good. Share. Link. What's up? I'll put it in the image. Factors. Region. YouTube. Commentary. Link. Welcome to the final match of the 2026 Camrose. Ireland are playing the Bridge Union team.
Sorry, did you send me the link?
It's in the Woodbridge site.
Oh, okay.
Just better copy the link to a few people. And then we're ready to go. Currently, Ireland are leading the Camrose with 1 match to go. We'll check on the score shortly. And the system will be Aoife, MacHale and Enda Murphy will be answering questions on the YouTube channel in the chat window. Because I'm displaying the match in full screen, I can't see the chat window, so Aoife will also respond. I should send the link out to usual spectators. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to watch any of these matches in future. Get the link, Aoife. So, with you shortly. If you want to make your screen bigger, press the F11 key. First 2 matches resulted in a 10 game to Ireland. We'll look what happened in a minute. So for now, it's a strong no trump by the Rainmaker, 2 diamond transfer, 2 hearts, 3 no trump. 3 clubs tend to be more suggesting that 3 no trump is the wrong spot. So 3 ends fine, and 4-3-3-3. Normally it's a pass, but he does have 3 small clubs, so he might be tempted to bid 4 hearts. And either contract plays okay, doesn't it? He's got 9, looks like 10 or 11 top tricks. Clubs are blocked. So it's not looking like a particularly interesting hand. So what I normally do if the hands aren't interesting is I suggest that if you're watching this in playback mode, which people do, you fast forward to board 4. And I'm just going to put board 1 and 2 so we can just cover what happened in a brief check back. So we've no result for board 2 yet, but in board 1, you can see that the WBU East West played in 3 clubs after a spade, 1 no trump, 2 hearts came in, past 3 clubs, and he's told the club void decided he didn't want to go anywhere, so we passed 3 clubs, and that went 1 off. Whereas the other table, they managed to get to 4 spades, which was a good contract. It was a good contract, it was a making contract, and that was on a spade when the trump, no opposition bidding, 2 clubs, which was Gazilli, 2 diamonds, which was 8 plus, 3 hearts, which was forcing, and probably 5-5, and 4 spades was, I think that's the right spot. You can see the spades are lying comfortable without a diamond lead, probably raised comfortably, and there wasn't a diamond lead. Probably would have gone off with a diamond lead. So that's board 1. Board 2, which we didn't see, 2 spades played by East, and he's done well to make 2 spades. Probably going to be a flattish board. Board 3, which we are playing now, looks like it's fairly routine in either 4 hearts or 3 no trump. Welcome to any Welsh spectators that have chosen to join the commentary here. There is no Wheelbridge commentary in this room, and I'm not a big fan of doing the commentary by Wheelbridge, so I'll do it via the YouTube channel. It means you can play this again when you have more time and fast forward over the bowling hands and the hands where commentators would normally be wittering on about football or all sorts of irrelevant stuff. Playing for the Welsh Bridge Union, we have Tim Rees and Mika de Chapelain. And we've also got Gary Jones and Paul Lamford. And waiting in the wings, Martin Garvey. Is waiting to come in now. There's 2 former Camrose winners amongst this squad. Martin Garvey has won the Camrose WBU team, and Gary Jones has won the Camrose the only time Wales ever won the Camrose.
Can you get the chat on for me again? You need the thing.
So I say board 3 is quite boring, so fast track if you like. I think that's not chat there again. Just have to move the screen up and down there. No problem there. And for the Irish team, we have Anna Borshak and Carol de Waymaker that I think they've played before. De Waymaker certainly played before other people. They haven't played for a few years. And they are replacing Tom Hanlon and Conor Boland, who were unavailable from the first weekend team. And the other 4, Adam Mesper, Nick Fitzgibbon, John Carroll, and Mark Moran, all former Camrose winners. So it should be a good match. 17-0 to Ireland, and Ireland need about 14 VPs, maybe 13 would be enough to win the trophy. England are playing the other Welsh team, Welsh Open team. So when the trump is strongish, 14.5 to 16.5. 2 hearts. Looks like it's both majors, isn't it? And West is going to pass.
The Wales are 10. Oh, sorry, it's 11-10. Wales.
And Aoife and MacHale will give us the running scores of these very significant Wales-England match as we go. We might flick back and forth. So 2 hearts was majors, it looks like, and 3 clubs was natural. Normally showing 6. And how's that going to play? Five club tricks. Another break 4-1. Diamond trick is 6. A heart trick is 7. Possibly a spade rough is 8. 8 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 25. 25 plus 1 is 30. 30 plus 1 is 40. 40 plus 1 is 50. 50 plus 1 is 60. 60 plus 1 is 70. 70 plus 1 is 80. 80 plus 1 is 90. 90 plus 1 is 100. 100 plus 1 is 200. 200 plus 1 is 300. 300 plus 1 is 400. 400 plus 1 is 500. 500 plus 1 is 600. 600 plus 1 is 700. 700 plus 1 is 800. 800 plus 1 is 900. 900 plus 1 is 1000. 1000 plus 1 is 2000. 2000 plus 1 is 3000. 3000 plus 1 is 4000. 4000 plus 1 is 5000. 5000 plus 1 is 6000. 6000 plus 1 is 7000. 7000 plus 1 is 8000 Six. That's it, isn't it? You've got two spades, two hearts, and a diamond loser. Every pair have to play at least 5 sets, and can compromise teams a little bit, managing your rest periods for the players. Welcome to all the bankers and regent members particularly. The program is aimed for your benefit. Hopefully I'll give a little bit of tips along the way. Full disclosure, this Tim Rees was one of my Welsh partners when I was playing for Wales all those years ago, 15 years ago now. So nothing to comment other than 3 clubs was a little bit of a frisky bid after opening a strong no trump. And your partner hasn't said a word, bidding at the 3 level. Normally have a 6-card suit, and it was a good 5-card suit, but not a lot of playing strength. So it'll be everyone's choice. 2 hearts would most likely have made, but it is only a 4-3 fit. But 2 spades plays a lot better. 4 spades might be making east-west, but there's a lot of work to do. 5 spade tricks, 3 heart tricks, diamond. You need to rough 2 diamonds to make 4 spades, which and set your hearts up. A lot of work to do. But certainly 2 spades up 1 is quite like. Not sure where the other imps have come from. Okay, when the east-west played in 2 spades, again in the other room they played in game in no trumps and made it. So currently east-west in the other room are bidding a lot more than east-west in this room, and that probably affects the butler. I would have thought that John Cowramont must be very close to being top of the butler now. No, they're still only 3rd. Very good performance by the Scots pair to lead the butler. No, they're not exactly spring chickens. So nothing much to say on that one. I don't think on board 4 any comments we need to say. We wouldn't have bid 3 clubs, but it hasn't cost. And it's not a criticism of 3 clubs, it's just my personal view. So a club could be balanced. I'm not certain if they apply transfers or that. We're soon going to find out. I don't have the convention cards easily available. If they're playing transfers, where's the bid of diamond? Okay, so they are playing transfers. And that's the system that Mika de Chapin normally plays. It's fairly new to Tim Rees, the original Trump man. Okay, well, we had a choice between heart and spade on this one. Spade does show genuine clubs and genuine spades, but normally wouldn't have 3 hearts. So now it means that she really has to bid no trumps, and it should be 3 no trumps played by West. Not so good on the diamond lead. Maybe there is just about enough tricks. Yes, I think it is because of Jack of diamonds. So you will scrape home with 3 no trumps. You've got 5 clubs, 2 spades is 7, diamonds 8, and South can't get in quick enough to put second diamond through. North, of course, could give up a diamond, but that's the trick. So 3 no trump will make by West. She's chosen a bid 2 diamond, which is artificially game forcing, I would suspect. Now it does look like she's got a 3-note trump bid, and if East ends up playing 3-note trump, they may regret it, because the diamond lead through West repeated. Now there's 3 hearts. It's pinpointing the singleton diamond, of course, because he's shown 5 clubs and 4 spades. Could have had 4 clubs and 4 spades, but then he had a singleton heart. So emphasizing the diamond shortage. So West will be reluctant to bid 3N and might go on to 5 clubs, which is not pretty, but it could make because of the heart line. 5 clubs, 2 spades is 7, diamonds 8. Takes some time to play if they end up with 5 clubs. West would have been far better off bidding a straight 3-note trump than messing around with 2 diamonds. I wouldn't have thought these 4 had met each other before at the bridge table.
That's actually didn't want to play it.
No comment. I had a feeling they're going to get to 5 clubs, and it's sort of engineering it so that East maybe is playing the contract, but you just don't want to be in 5 clubs with 4-3-2-3 hands very often. Great East might have had 6 clubs, might have 6 clubs and a diamond void. And after saying that, East would be better off bidding a heart. So a heart lead will beat this out of sight, and most leads will cause too many problems. Diamond lead is probably going to be okay as well, but with the clubs 3-2, he might be able to engineer a spade ruff, but then it's no good because he's got to lose a spade. So you can only throw 1 spade away on the heart. A bit unhappy when he sees dummy, but he'll feel that the diamond lead would beaten 3N, but it actually doesn't. So in the other room, I'm expecting the bidding to go very similar. Club, a diamond, but East, I think, a bit of heart. West will know there's only 3 card support, and we'll put either 3-note trump on the table, or he will invite via 2-note trump. But it's a 13 count, so we'll put 3-note trump on the table. That's what I predict in the other room, so there could be the 3rd game swing to Ireland, which is not a great start for Wales, and certainly not a great start for England. Anyone that's new to watching on YouTube, and hopefully there's a few Welsh spectators, welcome to Simon Edwards, the NPC, if he's watching. Feel free to shove any message in the chat window of YouTube, not the chat window of RealBridge, and Aoife or myself, or Enda will endeavour to answer. Any criticism, you can shove that on RealBridge. Well done, RealBridge, for the presentation, though. It's a good service they provide. Not so easy for the spectators as PBO, because the table's a bit smaller. Okay, so a diamond lead is great. He now needs the Queen of Hearts right. It's as simple as that. If the Queen of Hearts is right, he can make 5 clubs, and 3 hearts is 8, 2 spades is 10, and the diamond is 11. If the Queen of Hearts is wrong, he's likely to be goosed, as they say in Ireland. So he wants to draw trumps, but then he needs his trumps as an entry. So he's planning to ref his spade and just rely upon the heart finesse. Not a bad line. He thought to ref his spade big. 5 of hearts is an odd heart, which I suspect was encouraging. Okay. So needs the clubs 3-2 and the heart finesse. He manages his entries very well that he get back to repeat the heart finesse. Okay, mean North would win this with the ace. Okay, so 1 off, and I wouldn't be hopeful. That was the WBU NPC. So 2 imps come back on board 4, and they duly got to spades, which is a good contract. We pointed out on board 4, east-west, and they were in 2 hearts when staging this route. To North bid 3 clubs, so the 3 clubs bid probably gained 2 imps. So at the moment it's 13.62, and remember, I think they only need 15 VPs, so they're well on the way to what I think is a 6th Camrose, should they win it. That's Ireland, of course. So won the trump again. They seemed to open on an 18 count earlier, which may be vulnerable. They played 16-18. But here it's traditional. With 5 diamonds and 4 hearts, I strongly agree we won the trump, because otherwise you've got to reverse. You might reverse because his points are in the suits here. But with 4 points outside the red suits, won the trump is better. North has just made a slam try in spades, and they could be on their way. In a 6-card spade suit. South is stuffed full of controls. It's only Jack X of spades, I agree. 2 aces and a king is good news.
Okay, they're in 5 clubs as well on board 5. They went 1 club, 1 diamond, transfer, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 clubs, 4 clubs, 5 clubs.
Yeah. Okay, well, on board 5 looks like it's a flat board, and I'll have to find out the logic. I'm bidding a spade or on the heart with East hand. No doubt there's an agreement there. So South has decided his hand's too good. Good judgment. The judgment, the slam zone is pretty good normally, this pair. And 4 diamonds. Backward and coming forward when it's slam. Opportunity, 4 hearts Q. North takes control because of the 7th spade. Backward. South so 2 aces, and got to avoid the temptation to bid the grand. And I appreciate the grand makes, but it's on the spade finesse, and you could be missing an ace. So she would just sign off in 6 spades and be playing the hand, and on a heart lead, I suppose you've got to choose which finesse to take. Okay, so if they lead a heart, you've got to decide, do you rise with the ace and take the reffing diamond finesse or the ordinary diamond finesse, or would you take the heart finesse? And even if you guess wrong, you still fall back on the spade finesse. So this won't be going off, and it might well be flat, because Gary Jones and Lamford like to bid slams as well. So it's an excellent start by Ireland. Let's just see how England are doing. So they must be doing okay. They're only 6 VPs. So England have had a nice board one. They've been 10 imps. It's against Wales. And Wales have David Jones and Adam Dunn playing. And in the new pair who are doing very well in the battle are Steve Deloney and Andy Hughes playing against Janet de Bottom and Artem Milanowski. And they'll be bringing in Espen Eriksson and Simon Cope for the second half, I suspect. So not much in the play here, it's just an over trick. So no reason why you should rise with ace of hearts. Like if you do rise with ace of hearts, you have to take the roughing diamond finesse and loses, I know, but okay, I'm not surprised they do that. No one likes taking the finesse trick well. And the reason you have to take the roughing finesse is if this does lose, you can still fall back on the spade finesse. Whereas if you took it the other way, you would have just lost your heart trick. Okay, so just playing it like most people would. And spade finesse right, so claimed. Very, very quick in this room. So, what board do you want in the room, Aoife?
Board 5. I played it in the 5 club.
It says 2. I lost into the book. If you're watching on Wheelbridge, it's often useful to have 2 screens open, and then you can look at both results. But logging with 2 different names should be all right, mate. So I would have commentated on Wheelbridge if there was another commentator, but it's a lonely place to be if you're commentating on your own. So 3 clubs is a modern preempt, vulnerable even, but 6 for the minors.
They made 5 clubs. Ireland made 5 clubs.
Well, we've seen 5 clubs made, and we're going to flip back to that in a minute. And now 3 hearts looks like it's going to make what come to be. And West was close to bidding 4 hearts. 3 clubs has done its job, it's kept them out of the game, which they could have bid. And all the cards are sitting very favourable. So just Five clubs was played by John Carroll in the other room on board 5.
I know it's a club lead.
And led a club. Immediately finessed the heart.
I know. I think it was a diamond lead. I'm not sure.
Club lead. And there must have been a problem with the discarding. Yes, it was. They set up the Jack of Diamonds by mistake. So there'll be some discussion in the post-mortem afterwards with Gary Jones and Paul Lamford. So back to the main screen. distraction? What went wrong in the bidding here? Or was it just South opened 3 clubs, put the pressure on? West was very strong for 3 hearts. Might have made a takeout double, but only had a singleton diamond, so you can't worry. She's got 6 hearts, couldn't rebid 4 hearts. So she bid 3, and East was close to bidding 4 hearts, holding a solid ace and 3 score clubs, a wastage in clubs. And it fitted really well. Singleton diamond opposite ace to 3. The other room, I think it could well go past because they're not so aggressive, vulnerable. And East will open a heart. And once West will open a heart, so once East supports heart, then West is probably going to bid game. So I fear the worst for the Welsh on board 7. They're only on board 5, and
They're on board 6 now.
so Jones and Paul Lamford are trying to bid the slam on board 6. Let's see if Aoife will let us know if they bid it. So the club was nebulous. Could be short. One, the trump is natural. Pass. At least some people would have doubled with a 9 count, but I sort of believe you need a 10 count these days because the 11 counts everyone's opening on. You need to upgrade the penalty double with East Ham to be probably 10 plus, and he's close to having that. And West, of course, has got the 11 count. It's slightly safer to open your 11 counts when you're playing transfers over a short club. My advice is to have at least 3-3 in the majors when you have your 11 count or something else compensating. South just transferred to hearts. And East now is coming in with a takeout double. I think that should be takeout, although it's not clear, but I think it should be. And South will be passing. And West will have a horrible decision. Does she pass or does she try and bid a 3-card spade suit? If she passes, does it defend well? I can see you've got 2 clubs, a spade loser and 2 heart losers. Diamond lead would be potentially fatal. Club lead would be okay. So I would think 2 hearts double does go off.
They bid to 6 spades on board 6.
Okay. Expect that. So Lamford and Jones have bid to 6 spades on 6, and I expect they'll make it. Remember to post any comments in the chat window of the YouTube. So she's now basically saying, partner, bail us out of here into a minor. And East has only got 1 minor to bid, so he's bidded another in a 4-3 fid. And they could have been defending 2 hearts doubled and getting it 1, maybe 2 off, probably just 1 off. 2 hearts, 2 clubs, spade and a diamond, but it's scary. It's scary defending 2 hearts doubled. But you can't fault it. Bidding with a 9 count, he's entitled to do something. 2 spades probably wouldn't have played that much better. But it is a trip lower. So And the ace of hearts, some people lead the king, with ace king doubleton. Ace is normally for attitude. So how is three clubs going to play? Is in a 4-3 fit. Ace queen of diamonds are wrong. It's likely to have 3 diamond losers. Certainly got 2 heart losers. And doesn't likely get away with less than 2 spade losers. What does that add up to? 3 diamonds, 2 hearts is 5, and 2 spades is 7. That's 3 off. In a contract that you could have been gaining plus 100 on. If you were playing ice hockey, you would be calling for a timeout at this stage. Just a bit out of luck. Everything's gone right for the Irish, and that's not always gone so right for the WBU.
So England are on 11.27.
They need a 20, don't they? England need a 20. And they've got 11.27. The lead gone back up to 9 VPs. The Welsh Open team is a little bit more experienced than some of the WBU members, so they were figured to be tougher to play. Depends a lot on who gets the decisions.
4-7, we're in 4 spades. 3 clubs was opened as well.
Okay.
Double, 3 spades, 4 spades.
Okay. So they had board agreements on board 7 in the other room that they knew a double of a minor preempt really is emphasizing the majors and don't go berserk if you have the other minor. So the guy made a take out double with 4 spades and 6 hearts, and they got them to 4 spades. So well done to East West. That if they weren't leading the Butler before, I'm fairly certain they will be at the end of board 7. What does win the Butler mean in this event? Nothing. Just crowing rights if you win the Butler. It means more if you don't win the Camrose. When you win the Camrose, that's far higher importance than winning the Butler. As far as I know, Ireland have never won the Camrose without Hugh McGann and Tom Hanlon playing. So should they complete this, which is looking likely, that'll be a great result. The rest of the team. Those of you wondering what team I support, well, I've been Irish for quite a number of years now, so I've got a lot of sympathy for the Welsh teams and been mainly supporting the Irish.
You are Irish.
Unless it's rugby, when I've still got a lot of empathy with Wales. So we have 35 kibitzers watching this match, which is great to see. Well done to Duraymaker and Onshak. They're putting pressure on the opponents, making them make errors. I'm amazed with the Butler that it's not showing. something different. Still Ireland have 2 pairs in the top 4. And they're both ahead of the well-established Tony Forrester and Peter Crouch. So a diamond, a spade seems normal. There's people play with the system now, they're playing transfers of this auction, and some people have won the trump to show diamonds and clubs. I don't think that's part of the Durham maker, I'm sure. So maybe it is. Or else you just bid 1M because it's 11 to 14. It's more likely. So the method I'm proposing: 1 the trump shows diamonds, clubs any range. 2 clubs shows 6 diamonds. 2 diamonds would be shown 5 diamonds. 4 hearts, but not enough to reverse. So 2 clubs here is XY, forcing not XY. Not quite certain. 2 clubs. The reason I'm not certain is because North bid 2 no trump. So 2 clubs was either to play in diamonds or invitation, I suspect. So you can afford to bid 2 it, because if partner wants to play in diamonds, you're happy to go to a much higher level. So South, who's looking for a heart fit, knows his partner doesn't have 3 spades or 4 hearts, so it's 3 no trump. And that looks a nice spot, doesn't it? And what can they do? If don't get going, you've got 3 spade tricks. 3 club tricks is 6. The diamond is 7, and a heart is 8, and another heart is 9. You've got to manage your entries carefully, so it's possible.
They're in runner trump on board 8 and board 7.
So come back to that once you see the lead. On board 8, yourself stopped and won the trump. Yourself won the trump.
North South are runner trump.
Okay, and that's probably because West didn't open.
No.
Yeah. So work has to be done by players playing transfers in what a level count you should open on, and managing a competitive auction. I don't think I'm negative. It's a system I play myself, and I think it's a very good system to play transfers over 1 club. Talked about the positives of it several times in these YouTubes, and it allows you to bid over 1 club on very minimal values and escaping 1 the trump. Get you back in line with a strong club, people. So here he's led his 4th highest club, and Declare is just working on her entries. I wouldn't be surprised if she plays ace of hearts and hearts and jack. At some stage. Okay, now remember, it's the south hand of West can see. She's won with ace of clubs. She can't return a club, and she's faced her. Well, she should know. If not, then I would ask that North has definitely got 5 diamonds. So switching to jack to 4 isn't necessarily a great thing to do, but it could work here. Spade switch is certainly not feasible. Hearts are likely to be as they are. So she's found a diamond switch, but it is going to work fairly well. If only West could get in again. So East will just play a club for no real reason other than everything else looks so bad. There's no room for West to have any more points than possibly the Queen of Diamonds. The Jack. I'll be checking on the meaning of 2 the trump. If he finds it's a 14 count, it's a club. He'd certainly be one of the best defenders in the Welsh squad, Tim Rees. He's won the Gold Cup twice playing with Tony Forrester, so he knows what he's doing. Also won Crockford's at least once, not just once. Again with Forrester in the team. Some other random Welsh player. So it'd be nice to see him have an opportunity to display his card play skills in a contract at some stage. He played the 5 clubs quite well, but unfortunately went off on hearts. Queen was offside. So there's a few blockages going on here. And I don't know if it was all a matter of timing this hand. I want to say the timing has gone a bit awry here. It still needs to make 5 more tricks, and the tricks are there. Just can you get at them? Can you get at them? And if they put a diamond through, you might be in trouble. You've got to rise with the ace of diamonds, and you've got to throw your queen of clubs away on that. And then you've got to cast the jack 10 of clubs and exit with a diamond. I don't know if she's going to do all that. Don't know. She might just take the diamond finesse. Needed to play ace point heart at an earlier stage, I would think, to guarantee this contract. It could still make. West has still got to do the right thing. Could come back a heart. Could come back a spade. That's certainly not going to work. Now, maybe North always had the entry to enjoy the spade. 2 clubs, a diamond, a heart, and a spade. So it was probably always there, in fairness, whatever she did. Even if she come back a diamond. Like a diamond with a rose of the ace, didn't need the end play even. Put the club to the queen, cast the spade. So the end play would have been good, but you didn't need it. There was just 9 tricks on top. So, well done. There's many lines in this hand. Okay, she's going for the sneaky overtrade. Doesn't happen. Then the queen of hearts, just in case. Settle for 9 tricks. Well done. So it's a bit one-way traffic at the moment with
Gained another 5 imps, I think. 1 a trump,
Yeah,
1 8.
That's what, 8 or 7, yeah.
8, yeah.
So doing the 4-3 club thing. Board 8 was a good example of, do you remove 5 hearts to the jack when your partner overcalled 1 a trump, not in the other room, but in this room. And if you're better off not removing. All about fine margins, as the rugby pundits say. So 1 heart looks as normal as you've seen. Spades all normal. Any other vulnerability, North would be there with 3 clubs. She might still be there with 3 clubs. If she does, the captain will be nervous. But you can't change your game. You have to play the game you're comfortable playing. And your teammates are aware you're going to do that. So 3 clubs puts the pressure on East. Suddenly got a bit 3 hearts with minimum hand. And West can't pass that, but it's got a singleton heart. West could pass it, but can't pass with this hand. So I think they just haven't found their spade fit. Now maybe East could have doubled, which tends to imply 3 spades even at the 3 level. But I think he might have his reasons to put 3 hearts. I have a feeling that the Irish East-West will be in 4 spades on this one. And will that make? We've got a heart, a diamond, and a likely spade loser. I know you can pick them up. You mightn't have the entries to pick them up. Suppose you have, when you cast the king of spades and you see the 10, you can run the 8. So you can pick up the spades, 5 tricks. At least the diamonds is right, so you've got a diamond entry to the hearts. But you don't know all this, so you could just ruffle club. The hands have been ever so suitable for the Irish. They're ever so suitable, but they are a well-practiced team and they were ready for these hands. So sometimes you deserve your luck. Your good luck. Okay, so she was left with a little room to maneuver and chose to bid 4 hearts, knowing it's the 6-1 fit. Didn't know about the spade fit. So 4 hearts may not be as good as 4 spades. The spade lead will possibly beat it. Club lead may put it under trouble. There's 2 heart tricks in defense, you see. King of clubs lead, of course. Okay. So they won't get the spade rough now. So it's Tim Reese's chance to shine. Guessing the diamond's right. Guessing the spade. I won't guess the spade. It'll show up really. But you might need north down. Ace X of diamonds, and it's not how they lie. Okay, diamonds will go away on the spade, so might just be losing 2 hearts here. 2 hearts and a diamond. So, diamond switch would worry him a little bit, but I don't think he'll beat it. Diamond to the 10, queen. So I think some luck has come back to the Welsh. They're going to probably make this 4 hearts contract, even though 4 spades is better. Declared it could be forced here, but he just cast the jack of hearts. Play the king of spades. Okay. Try and force. It might be bounced around in the other room as well. And 0.6, no.
Her starting board 10.
So we're just starting this and in another room. Bidding started a heart of spade. I wonder what Gary Jones would bid with that Jack 10 to 7 clubs. Originally a father and son combination, Gary Jones and Davith Jones. This weekend they're both playing, but in different Bosch teams. So, well played. He's going to get home in this. Just losing the heart and the diamond. Owners could have defeated him, but they needed to find a better lead. Not always right to lead your partner suit, but forgivable for leading the king of your partner suit. A spade lead would probably be in the contract.
They're in 4 spades.
Okay, they got a better contract of 4 spades.
North didn't bid clubs.
Yeah. Okay. So let there be light. It's dark in here. One no trump, 2 clubs. Stamen. And she was going to pass whatever he said. He said 2 hearts. She passed that. East has already shown his clubs. Hasn't enough for you to bid 3 clubs. Could reopen with a double. The diamond suit is a bit poor. So he knows he really wants to bid, but he can't justify it. And he'd be fully aware that probably a few imps down. Remember, post any questions in the live chat on the YouTube. We endeavour to answer them during quiet periods. If you want a bigger screen, press F11 on your wheel bridge screen and you'll see a slightly bigger display. Do anything if you press F11 on the YouTube screen, look the same. So he did try 3 clubs. He knows it's not really worth it, but I think he's desperate. And you know, Anna obviously has got a different bidding box to most of us. She's missing a few of these green cards, which few of us use. So she tries 3 diamonds and has spotted quite a suitable doing. 3 clubs might not have been making. 2 diamonds, a spade, and heart suit is frozen. Oh, 3 clubs might well have script home. Could have done the right thing here. Cards aligned favourable. So a typical 5th match auction. People bid more in the 5th match, in my experience. Don't know why. So defending 3 diamonds. What are they going to do there? Spade is wrong for declaring. And they set up, in a minute they're going to be setting up a heart trick. They've lost a heart, they're going to go a spade and a heart to lose, a club to lose. She wants to rough spades in the south act. Okay. West should be returning maybe a diamond to minimize the spade roughs, get in again and return another diamond. East might be the one getting in, he'll certainly play another diamond. So that minimizes the spade roughs to 1. And that's your priority. Rather than trying to give partner a heart rough. Defense, remember, is one of the most difficult parts of the game, almost as difficult as the opening lead. But she is playing with one of the best defenders in Wales. Diamond is called for. The player is known to have a singleton club, probably a club void. So there's no rush to cast the club. So looking at dummy, there's no rush to play a heart. You've got a queen 10. And if you're not certain what to do, don't play the suit declare as just played. So everything is defaulting to a diamond play. Okay. He's tempted to rough that to play a diamond, but he knows it's wrong. There's still might have a chance to beat it. She can't throw anything. And I can't throw anything on that Jack of Hearts without it being roughed. But he can throw into a club. And now he'll play a diamond, maybe good enough. If he now plays a diamond, yes, okay. Well done. But they've got the entries to cross rough now, so And the only problem for East West here is that sitting in the wings, not playing, is a guy called Martin Garvey, who will not be the most patient. I think we'll see him in action in the second half, and that'll be entertaining. Those of you that know Martin, he's a reformed character. He's got married. I think he's got married. So when you're on a roll, it's quite easy, Bridges. When you're on a downwards roll, it's a really tough game. So we need to snap out of this in the last 4 or 5 boards to wash. Okay. So double, it will not be penalties looking at that. So whether it shows both minors, they're very active, as you can see. To make an Irish exceptionally active. That's why they do so well in Irish Bridge, because people don't use the red card enough. And they're just good players. They're the reason for being so successful, of course. But they don't travel outside Ireland. And I remember them playing in a mixed Europeans once and being very successful. So when it's not a penalty double, you should really play system on with the East hand. Don't let their Mickey Mouse bits, which they often are, affect you. So system on would be just 2 club statement. He probably thinks that she's got a fistful of diamonds. Tim Reese does. That's north. Now, because north-south are vulnerable, he might be thinking there's a chance to pick up a penalty here. Just doesn't know how to do it. So pass first and then double. It sounds like that's takeout, unfortunately. Okay, south. 2 club set. Maybe he's trying to get himself into 2 diamonds. Okay, so so 3 clubs will be artificial. West will probably just bid 3 diamonds for him. Because the hard stop is pretty poor, but she does have a club stop. Just a case where they don't have the agreements, I suspect, here, what to do in this situation. The home team has 2 teams. Wales are the host of the final again, so they have a Welsh team and a Welsh Grid Union team. And often the second team is made up of newest partnerships. Never nice to see a team being hammered, and when I've been on a team being hammered, we didn't have a view graph presentation as well, so it was not quite so bad. So they've got the 3 in a trump, which is good, and that feels like it's going to make, doesn't it? 4 hearts, 2 spades is 6, and 3 diamonds is 9. Probably a club trick. So I think it's going to be 10 tricks. Positive game that'll settle the nerves for the last 3 or 4 boards.
They've won a trump on board 11. Make.
in the front north south.
Yeah.
What did Ireland make in this? It's
3 diamonds.
Okay, so board 11 is not so bad for Wales because it looks like the WBU team are going to make it win the trump or 2 the trump, so it'll be fairly flat. So we'll come back for the last 16. That's board 17 to 32, and we'll fill in with the scores. Currently, Ireland are 12 VPs clear of England. We cannot catch Ireland unless Wales start putting some points back. And to make it even worse for England, they're losing to the Welsh Open team, 12-13, who've picked up 5 small swings to overtake England's 3 swings. I appreciate the English team is a lot stronger for the second half of the match. So they will probably pull away. But I believe the Irish team is going to be fairly good for the second half, with presumably Mesmer Fitzgibbon coming in. We'll be round the block more than once or twice. Well done to the Welsh organisers who've managed to present all this with a lot of the people that would normally help actually playing in the WBU team. So they've done well. And apologies to Kerry and the team that Aoife and I didn't make it over to help them. Was it Keane Holland who was down? Was it Keane Holland playing it down?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to make fairly easily. And congratulations also to Keane Holland and Derek O'Gorman for winning the Davidson. Never played in it, but I think it's a nice event to win. I always find it easier when I'm looking at 4 hands than 2. So made an extra over trick, well done. So that could be an imp back to Wales. 13, 14, 15 and 16, 4 boards. Local players aren't used to playing 16 board sets, so these last 4 can be a bit tough. Okay, a traditional week 2 from Aoife. Don't see many of them. And South will just raise to 3 hearts for now, I would predict. And the problem shifts once again to West, who is sort of has to bid 3 spades. Not liking a hand that much, King of Hearts is probably badly placed. It actually is well placed, as it turns out. So if they get to 4 spades, they've got a heart, diamond, maybe 2 club losers. The timers could be set up. I don't think we've got the entries to set them up. So 2 clubs, a diamond and a heart. So stopping in 3 spades would be good. At least might well stop in 3 spades. So a bit of 5 count. His partner figures to have 2 hearts once they've only raised to 3. So he's close to bidding 4 spades. We passed with the stronger hand earlier. So yeah. They've been playing together for a number of years now, this Welsh pair, so should have some agreements. Oh. 5 spades, a heart is 6, a club is 7, 2 diamonds is 9. Just got to probably draw the trumps with the ace queen. And then unblock the diamonds. So with care to be taken. You see the clubs break 3-3, so even if something goes wrong, they can fall back on. If the club's 3-3. Okay, so worked out she has to play the side suit first, which is good.
Same contract in the other room.
So certainly if you're watching this on playback, this is a hand to fast forward to board 14 because there's 3 spades in both rooms and you can't see a way to really go off. If this diamond is ducked, okay, well, that's the best thing to do. And if she plays another diamond, there might be trump promotion, but you can't get the trump promotion and enjoy all your clubs. So the king of diamonds, the ace, another diamond means that North can ruff with the 10 of spades. The 5 of spades would do. But got to cash the ace of hearts first. May work to cast the ace of hearts and then play the diamond because they can't throw, well, they can throw a club away and they can't throw another club away. So trying his best. Then a diamond. She can just throw a club away. And then draw trumps ending with the king of spades and throw another club and the other 2 diamonds. So. But if she plays a diamond and she ruffs, then she could be in trouble. But not necessarily. The diamonds are coming down. So they'll both be trying to make it and defeat it, and as the cards lie, it'll probably always make it. possible South has 4 spades and you've got to take some care, but probably not going to make it then. So you need the spades 3-2. You can either win this ace of clubs or not have to go. Okay. So we have 33 people joining us to watch now, which is, well, watching on Wheelbridge. How many are joining us live? On the same board in the other room, same contract it was. So Claire's playing this pretty slowly, and she just needs the spades breaking. So the 10 of spades gives a chance to pick up the spades if they're 4-1. Didn't choose that line, which was a wise thing to do. Okay, so she's enjoy the Queen of Diamonds. Just pick up a club. End of story. And the playing is similar. Looks like. Okay, 9 tricks. So this is a flat board, as we thought it would. So hopefully no one has listened to me, because you should have fast forwarded to board 14 on playback if you're watching on playback. Well, the match isn't over yet. Remember, there's 16 more boards. And 40 imps and 16 boards can easily be recovered. Martin Garvey's system is quite advanced and complicated, so that can sometimes bring in a lot of imps. It'll be difficult to play against. Okay, so that's the stronger trump and the transfer. That east hand looks very similar to the south hand there was earlier. 5 hearts and 4 diamonds. So doubled, which might get north to bid 3 diamonds. He's got quite a good hand, and south is in principle shown 5 diamonds. I wouldn't be surprised if north bids 3 diamonds here. Okay, so east to bid 3 diamonds as a retransfer. Probably west to play it again, and she's got 2 clubs, 2 diamonds to lose, and that looks like it's probably all it's going to lose, because the hearts are breaking 2-2. King is right. North south can Play quite nicely in spades. They've got 2 hearts and 2 spades to lose, certainly. Possibly a trick in the wash. Okay, well, the hearts speed up play a bit. Unlikely to be a singleton. So put the 9 in if you're worried. And then play another one to the ace. Ace, king, rough a spade. And a club towards the king. And that loses, you make 9 tricks. If it wins, you make 10 tricks. Cards were favourable, fairly favourable. So I don't know what's happening in the room. I suspect it's the same contract. Oh, they're still reading it. They're just about a bit. But I see no reason why it won't go very similar. The only thing is I thought South might get into the auction. Same strong on the trump. Transfer the same. Maybe no double this time. No double this time, so west of it, 2 no trump. Needs to retransfer. 2 no trump, remember, is breaking to show a maximum, and 3 of the major is breaking to show a suitable minimum. Note the word suitable minimum, certainly when you're vulnerable. It's rarely 4-3-3-3. We talk a lot about 4-3-3 hands being bad, and they generally are. There's a few exceptions where partners shown a lot of shape. It doesn't matter so much the 4-3-3-3. It's just where your cards are that matter then. So we're coming to the end of this. We restart quite quickly afterwards. We'll restart 15 minutes later. So we'll come in around about forward. 18.
3 hearts as well. 14.
Okay, so 14 it went. And we're watching on playback. Fast forward to board 15. So there's been quite a few boards that are completely flat with nothing of interest at all, which is disastrous news for England because they want loads of action going on in these boards. And they've slipped now that they're 11 VPs behind Ireland. So I'm probably finished. They're going to hit these flat boards. 15, 16. So England are actually drawing with the Welsh Open team. And it's a long way to get a 20-0. It's something like 89. Over 80 imps, I believe. And they need a 20-0. Haven't been turned over by Forrester for 62 imps or 64 imps was it in 10 boards. And no hold it's possible. That was Forrester and Raymond Brock, an outstanding player this time. Okay. Okay. Flat board. We always wanted a few of them to start with to calm the nerves. And this will be so they're taking equal care in the other room with their 3 hearts contract. So club pass hearts, this is the hand which it's 4 plus spades. In fact, it's got hearts is a bit irrelevant. And West would normally bid a spade with this hand to show a weak no trump with 2 or 3 spades, correct? Those of you that follow my...
Would you open with that hand? West?
Good question from Aoife and MacHale there. Would you open the West hand? And I wouldn't, because I've got these Jack X and Jack to 3, and Jacks are overvalued. The only time they're good is when they're backed up with a Queen or a King. So it's a routine pass for me, especially second in hand. But I think they have the understanding they open all their 11 counts. And they upgrade 14 sometimes, a lot of the time, to open with the trump. So a club of heart which shows spade, spade which shows a weak no trump, 2 or 3 spades. 2 diamond was artificial game forcing, and 2 hearts showed 4 hearts. And now you can't engineer to play this contract, so we're not going to see him at the helm playing. So 3 hearts is forcing. It can be a slam interest, probably is slam interest. And now you've got this filthy 11 count you're ashamed of opening. Should you bid 4 clubs? Are you on a bound to cubit is the question. Sometimes you are. And if you are, that's not great news. If you're not on a bound to cubit, then you can bid 4 hearts. And what will happen to 4 hearts? If the hearts notice break 4-1, and you've got 2 diamond losers, so as long as they lead a diamond, but they probably won't, then you will lose 2 diamonds and 2 hearts. But if they lead a spade or a club, you can get rid of your diamond quick enough, and you just lose your 2 hearts and a diamond. So although I'm sure the double dummy service says 4 hearts goes off, in reality it'll often make. West hasn't shown any suits, you see. All he said is, or she said is that she has a weak no trump with 2 or 3 spades and 4 hearts. Both knows it's a 4-1 break. So she might not want to get active and lead the ace of diamonds. I'll be very surprised if she does. Congratulations if she does lead the ace of diamonds. That's if they avoid 6, of course. No, so she's bid 4 hearts. I think she had to cubit. So let's look at this one because we won't fast forward. It's down to the opening lead. In the other room, it was noticeable that Mark Moran did not open with the West Ham. He considered it wasn't a good enough 11 count to open. And tend to agree with that. Well, I do agree with it. I tend about it.
Yeah, they've reached 4 hearts as well.
So it's going to be a very similar in the other room. Well, slightly different, wasn't it? Because it's played the other way up. It's played by these towns, so it's even more difficult for South to lead a diamond, in my view. So I'm expecting it to make in the other room.
By east in both rooms.
It's by east here, so yeah. So again here I think it's very difficult to lead a diamond there. See it's played by west. So east has engineered to play it, I'm not sure you want to, so as I said, the diamond lead was nearly impossible to find. And on a club lead, he might well lead on the ace of hearts and cash his clubs. Play another heart. Pairs you wouldn't do any of that because it could easily be king X of hearts on side, but in teams you might well lay down the ace of hearts before you play for the third round of clubs. In case South started with the Doubleton club and say king X of hearts. Okay, well, I know him well. He didn't play this quick when he played with me, I can tell you. But he knows exactly what he's doing here. Seen these hands before, he knows all the safety plays. So it is the key at this level to know your safety plays, to know your routine defensive decisions. And to play quickly when there's nothing to think about. And there wasn't really anything to think about. Once you'd cast the ace of hearts. Spades behaves, so it's laughing. And the other room, they didn't lead the.
Yeah, the club, 10 clubs.
And it will be very interesting if John Carroll lays down the ace of hearts.
So England are behind.
Okay, we're just going to display the scores, and Aoife tells me that Ireland at the moment are winning the Camrose comfortably.
England are on 8.73.
England are losing the part score battle, which is where Ireland have been winning all weekend.
And they finished their match.
Okay, so England have lost the first half of their match. So in my view, they need to pick up the best part of 90 imps in the last 16 boards. That's over 5 imps a board, possible. You wouldn't want to bet your house on them doing it. And we'll just check the butler to see what's going on because it's of interest for spectators. So despite England losing it, Copenhagen have gone to the top of the butler and they've overtaken Smith and Bennett. And not surprising, John Carroll and Mark Moore are now up there. Last few boards have been quite flat, so they haven't progressed as much as you would have expected. And well done to Anna and Carol de Raymaker on their first Camrose for a number of years, being fourth in the bundle. A lot of it depends on the teams you play against, of course. If you set up the English match, and I think they did, then you got a slight advantage. But then Scotland did beat England in the head-to-head. And that's what's cost England. It's not the Irish match, because they actually beat Ireland, but they lost to Scotland. But for England, there is some good news that there is a substitute waiting to come in. And he's the former England rugby coach. Borthwick, is it? I think he's looking for a new job. But what a tremendous performance by the Irish, not the Irish, the Italian team yesterday. It was an incredibly stunning, emotional win for them. So a diamond, 2 diamonds is a good raise. She's a passed hand, so good raise. He's like to double that, the passed hand. Decided it's worth it, this vulnerability. And South has got all these jacks. Might raise the ante by getting 3 diamonds, but may not. It doesn't. West is not going to balance well against non-vulnerable. They might well be too hard. I don't know what 3 diamonds means. Might be too encouraging. So 5 diamonds isn't going to make, 4 diamonds is going to struggle. So keep the bidding low. In the other room, they've had the same option, a diamond pass, 2 diamonds pass. And South is thinking. Okay. In this room, I think 2 spades is slight overbid. Try and keep them out to 2 hearts, I expect. So they made the same bid in the other room. Psychological bid, I think. Stop them competing. Remember these Jack X's, we've been banging on about it all weekend.
Do you think 2 spades is in reverse?
No, 2 spades isn't reverse, it's just extra values. But it was a psychological bid to stop them bidding 2 hearts, I think. He was partner would only have a bid 3 diamonds. But North could have had a slightly better hand with the King of Spades, and then it's got an opening bid. So I think 2 spades is slightly aggressive. I think it was not. It was bid to stop them bidding 2 hearts. 2 hearts. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. And for those of you that don't think Fat Lady is already sang, it's worth switching on for at least 10 or so of the last boards, and I'll be connecting from round about board 80.
They're in 4 diamonds the other day.
Okay, got 4 down.
Jeez, they're in 5 diamonds.
Okay. Right. So right, the 2 spades was a slight overbid, and in the other room they've got
North bid 3 hearts. South bid 4 diamonds, and North now bids 5 diamonds.
North felt it was quite good. It's just down, there's 2 spades. As you say, 2 spades could be considered a reverse. It's almost reverse in strength. And South probably meant it the same way that I would have, that it's just to keep him out of 2 hearts, but North took it seriously. And 55. So a lot of useful stuff has come up even in this set, and commiseration to Wales. It's never nice to be on the back of a hiding. But there's 16 more boards for them to redeem themselves, and let's see what Martin Garvey has got to contribute in the next, if he's in, of course, in the next 16 boards. And it's possible that the Raymaker and Owner Shack will be left in because they're playing well. They've been very effective.
2 off, 5 diamonds, 5 imps to Ireland.
He was corrected to 3 off, but I think it was only 2. I suspect it was only 2. So it's either 5 or 6 imps on this board. We think it's only 5. Well, 13.5 VP lead with 16 boards is very substantial. It's more than what the senior team had going into the senior Camrose last year, but they didn't manage to complete it. So let's see. Okay. Thank you.
Leah said thank you, Peter, and Fitzgerald said 5 diamonds in the other room.
Okay. Right. There you go. So, I need to end the stream.